All right, guys. So every year, beginning of the year, we like to reflect and then kind of plan out the year ahead and make some goals and some intentions for our lives, both personally and as a team, as a family, kind of plan out the calendar of the year. And I was thinking it might be a good thing to share this with you guys for January. Instead of planning out the whole year and all your goals and your intentions that you may have, I thought we could just start with January. Just start with 1 month, and then you might like this practice and you can build on it each month. Try new things and just kind of get some clarity for where it is that you see yourself or want to go, or things that you want to work on. So these are 6 questions. It shouldn't take very long. We're gonna just have a conversation like we were doing this on our own, but we're gonna speak it out loud so you guys can hear how this exercise would work. Obviously, get a pen, piece of paper. You do it on your phone also. I will put all the journal prompts in the caption, so you'll have that as copy. And yeah, are you ready?
Get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first question that I have is, what are your intentions and goals for January? And what I mean by this is, I usually like to pick a word for the whole year, but since we're gonna do this monthly, we're just gonna say January. So this doesn't have to be your word or your intention for the year, but since it is January 2nd, it's kind of like a good overall arching theme to think about, like, what is it that you really want for the year?
All right. So she's asking me the questions. I'm giving my answers first. And for me personally, I just want to keep things simple and be ultra clear on where we're headed or where I'm headed, and take it month to month. Like, I'm not one to like get way out ahead of myself 12 months in advance and just say that it's set in stone and expect it to be that way. I just know by now, after all these years, that you're constantly having to adapt, and it's just iterative, really. Like, it's better to have a 30-day window where you just sprint and go for it and deal with whatever comes at you. So I want to make things really simple and clear, and just, make sure that every action I take is a step ahead and not a setback. That could kind of differ depending on how you look at it, but personally, it's about budgeting my energy, and I want all of my energy and effort that goes out to be productive.
Okay, so very precise and clear and simple, not overdoing it, kind of sticking to the basics.
No extras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. We haven't talked about this, and I feel like
Well,
we're gonna have some similarities there. So it's a good thing that we're in this partnership together.
Next question.
No, I have to answer.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna go back and forth.
Yeah. So my intention this year, I decided it was going to be authenticity. I feel like it's a word that keeps popping up in my mind and my soul that I just need to like be like my true authentic self. So that is going to be my word for January, and it's probably going to be my like intention for the entire year. And then my goals for January, since we're going to do these in bite-sized chunks like you said, is to get organized in my career, my home life, and myself. So that meaning obviously career is pretty clear. Home life just means like my environment, children, family, that kind of thing. The calendar, we gotta work on that. And then self would be just get organized, like what are my like daily things that I want to do for myself. So that might be exercise, self-care, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. So what is number 2 is, what is your number 1 priority for the month?
Stay a step ahead. Just always be taking initiative and action, even if it's in my own space and not for anyone else's benefit. It's just staying a step ahead, acting on things as soon as I have an impulse to take care of it, pay a bill, prep meals, get ready the night before for the day tomorrow. Yeah.
That reminds me of Mel Robbins, the 5 second rule.
Oh yeah, the countdown.
The countdown, like it's like you see it, like you were saying, you like open up the mail and you see the bill.
You have an impulse, and
you're like, oh, I'll do this later. But the 5 second rule is like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you count down
5.
like from. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
that's
countdown from when they launch a spaceship. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
and then you just go do it.
That's it. You get 5 seconds to think about it.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Mine was to take care of me, the basics, self-care. So my number one priority is just, he said the basics, which I thought was funny. Again, it's just like coming back to myself and taking care of me and the basics so that I can be my best self moving forward into the month. Number 3 is, what area of life are you focusing on? So this is, just to clarify, we like to use with our clients within Apex Lifestyles, the Wheel of Life. And so if you guys are curious what that is, we can send you a link on that. But so what is the area that you are focusing on?
Finances.
Finances.
Yeah. So, we address our finances a lot, and the way that this is relevant to health and fitness is really just, again, about energy. Like, in order to be proactive in your health and your fitness and put the time and energy into that you need, like the rest of your life needs to be buttoned up, and you need to not have energy leaks pulling from your mental energy or your physical energy elsewhere. And so if there's another area outside of your health and fitness that seems to be pulling more of you away from your health and fitness, then I suggest prioritizing that. And I know for us, and for me, just finances in terms of like long-term goals and visions for us is an important area for me to focus on this year. And obviously we do that collaboratively, but that's just something that I want to camp out on and, talk to people that we advise with or get advice from, and make that a priority.
Cool. I put body health. So in the Wheel of Life, it's like your body and your health. And the reason why I put that is because I feel like I have neglected myself this last like 6 weeks or so, in particular in my body, like my general like well-being, and that I know when I am my best self, my most authentic self, that like I can put focus on my finances and my career and my like all these other things if my body and my health is in check. And it's really simple things that I can do just because I know myself well enough, and I've done this enough, and I just kind of like am in tune with myself, that if I am focusing on that area, then I know once that is in shape again, not literally in shape, but just having those basics down, that I can put energy elsewhere. Like you were saying, the energy leads elsewhere into like my finances and my career and my relationships and things like that. Perfect. Which I feel like is a really common one for people, is that they want to work on a lot of other different areas of their life, but they don't even have like their internal self dialed in. And so that could be a huge leak.
We could do a whole video on that. It's basically a two-way street, right?
Yes.
So like, and we're notorious for wanting to be all in on health and fitness at different periods in our life, and then try to start 2 new businesses, or try to go off and like buy a house and have a baby in the same year, and still start 2 businesses and still try to think you're going to go to the gym. It's just like, people know about it. Burnout, it's a real thing. Doesn't matter where you're at in life or what age you are, but simple, clear, specific, basic, those are all good.
I mean, January is one of those months where everyone's like,
gung-ho.
90-day challenge, what is it, 75 hard, right? And I mean, if it works for you, it works for you, but keep it to the basics, you're probably gonna have better longevity through that. All right. Number 4, how do you want to feel this month, or how I want to feel this month is blank. To feel this way, I will blank.
All right, I want to feel decompressed, and I guess weightless would be another way of saying that. Not literally losing weight, but just feeling like there's no weight on my shoulders. And again, staying proactive is what I need to do in order to feel that way. And staying proactive would be just addressing things as they're there, just taking initiative in my own life, if within our family or with clients, people in my social circle, and just being proactive to kind of stay a step ahead. Yeah.
I put, where are we at? I want to feel clear, and to feel this way, I will do the things I know that give me life. Like basically what I was just saying, like routine and basics. And so I'm a very routine oriented person. I'm kind of, what do they call that? Creature of habit.
Yes. You're very habitual.
I'm very habitual. So if I just want to get back into the basics, and in order for me to feel clear and like myself again, that I know that those things are just the basic, very basic needs every day. Okay. Number 5 is I want to connect with blank this month.
I want to connect with myself, or take more time for myself, just to kind of, be with my thoughts and reflect. We do a lot of stuff together the last few months. We've been like on the go, traveling, family, like having a lot of great times and creating great memories, and having an almost 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. There's just a lot of energy that comes with that. And so, for me to just go off and like be on the top of a mountain by myself, or be on a deserted island with a notebook, like that sounds amazing.
It's such a funny inside joke.
And so, I just want to spend some alone time. That's not hard to do. You just have to carve it out and basically appoint that time into your schedule. But that's important for me this month, and moving into the new year.
And I just had a thought, this might be a good little exercise to do with your spouse, with your partner, whoever you do life with, because I wouldn't have known that he wanted to have some alone time this month. And so now that I know that, we can kind of actually...
Leave me alone.
No, we could actually like carve it into our schedule. We're like, yeah, Chris on a Sunday in 2 weeks is going to take like 4 hours and like do what he wants to do.
That's all she gives me. That's all no. But we can trade off.
We can trade off, exactly. And so that's why these kind of conversations are really good to have if you're in a family unit.
If you're single, you can still have these conversations with people, or just be upfront with people that are like bombarding you to hang out. Like say you work all week, and then on the weekend someone's like, you got all these people hitting you up, come here, come there, like watch the game, go to the bar, go to dinner, like whatever. And you can just be straight up with people like, hey, I need to recharge. Like I need to just take some time for myself, and like make people aware of the fact that like time alone, or, time for yourself is an important thing, because a lot of people would benefit from that individually, but they don't necessarily see the value in it, because the immediate, I guess, reward or incentive of just going and like being in a lively atmosphere and environment, it just kind of gives you that, like,
it's a dopamine kick.
Yeah, dopamine kick.
Yeah.
It's just a right now type of, feedback.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I said I want to connect with people who have big dreams and goals. I want to hear about other people's ambitions and excitements. And I am a very social person. Usually you marry your opposite, and he's much more introverted. And so it doesn't mean that I don't thrive on being alone also, because I do enjoy that. But I want to connect with people this month who have like some really big goals and big dreams. Like I get excited about other people's goals and dreams. I want to support you in that. I want to share mine with you. And I just want that, like, I kind of want to create that community. So if you have some big goals and dreams, like, and you want to share it with me, I would love that. I'd be honored. It'd be fun. And number 6 is, what are 3 daily non-negotiables you will do?
Meditation, movement, and water consumption. Like I have a daily water goal. I have a 60 4 ounce hydro flask. I know that's large for some people, half a gallon carry around, but
you could kill somebody with that. The thing is,
well, I mean, if that ever happens, now it's on video.
Sorry,
Thanks.
but I mean, it's like,
yeah, it's a large water bottle, and I just make it a goal to finish one of those. Anything beyond that, is just extra. So that makes me feel good, and I notice a difference in my body movement. It doesn't have to be like a strenuous, crazy, structured workout for me. Like right now, I'm really only working out twice a week in a structured format. The other,
movement
5 days a week, could be anything from taking a walk with the kids, getting on a bike and going cycling for a little bit, doing some, yoga and foam rolling or some mobility work, kind of just letting my body dictate what I need. And then the meditation, again, it doesn't need to be like super structured and formatted and, in the perfect position with the perfect setup. Could just be like in my car in between working with clients for 10 minutes, just some intentional breathing and kind of resetting yourself, or going and taking a walk and doing some active meditation and breathing and just being present. Really, that's the goal.
Nice. My 3 daily non-negotiables are going to be daily prayer and journaling in the morning. This is something that I have been consistent with in the past, and then something happens and I fall off. For me personally, I do not enjoy being woken up to chaos. So if you have children, that usually happens. And for a while there, we were in this like terrible sleep slump with the girls, but they're back on a good schedule. And so I've just been kind of sleeping, and I'm ready to like wake up again before they wake up and have that 20 minutes even to just journal and meditate and pray. It really sets up my day better, and much more enjoyable to be around in the morning. So that's a daily non-negotiable. Please keep me accountable to that. Exercise or walks 20 minutes a day. So right now I really only work out 3 to 4 times a week. Obviously that might be longer than 20 minutes, but on the days that let's say I don't get that workout in, or it's an off day, like I'm not training, I want to at least go on a walk for 20 minutes, just get outside. It's been raining, but I still think that it's doable. And then the other one is plan my day ahead the night before. It's funny, again, we're like kind of on the same page, which is great. You do all the things all day, wearing all these different hats, and then you are tired, you're ready to go to bed, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, you lay your head on the pillow, and then for me, I start thinking about like everything that I have to do for tomorrow, or everything I didn't do today, like I didn't get done. So what I'm gonna do before I lay my head down on the pillow is I'm gonna grab my phone and my notes app, and I'm going to plan my day out right then and there. So like if there was anything that I didn't get done on my to-do list from that day, that is top priority for the next day. If I'm planning on exercising that day, maybe I'm planning on exercise in the morning, I'm going to lay my clothes out in the morning. So I just have them out ready to go. Maybe I'll set up a protein shake in the kitchen. If I have a long, busy day, I'm going to prep some meals. I'm just going to basically make the next day much easier for me to implement, rather than like just going to bed tired, thinking of all the things I have to do the next day, and then waking up the next day and like scrambling, when I could easily have set myself up, a little bit, like you said, ahead, for a more successful, easy flow day. So those are my 3 non-negotiables. And that is the 6 questions. Pretty basic, but adds like a lot of clarity and insight. Like some of these questions, I don't know about you, but like you're like, I don't know, what is my intention, or like what is my number 1 priority for the month? It's like you have these goals and these dreams and these thoughts of like how you want the month to go or the year, but then you don't actually sit down to get clear on it, what it really means, or what it's really going to take to get there. And so that's why I think these journal prompts can be really beneficial and help you kind of just, you know, get more insight into what is actually the priority and what are the tasks that I'm going to need, the actions that I'm going to need to take to get there.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're not the type of person that can just take these prompts and get very specific answers and have very clear idea of like what each question represents for you and the direction that you'd go with it, just the act of the process is going to get your mind rolling, and it's going to start to get you more familiar with opening up to like what the month needs to look like, and help you compartmentalize like each little thing in each prompt, what it represents, what are your intentions. Like most people just, maybe they went through the last 3 months completely unintentional, just like reactive instead of proactive, and creating and being the one that influences the way things go for the next month or 3. And so we should revisit this at the end of January. I think we will do that and kind of do an overview of how this actually went.
That would be good.
Because we want to be, you know, at the forefront of
I want to be authentic.
Keeping our word,
Yeah.
and honestly leading from the front in terms of saying what we're going to do and then doing it, and then set that in motion for February as well and see what February holds, because we have things on our calendar already for February, but we can't lose sight of the things that matter to us individually. So
yeah, I think that's a good place to stop. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to message us, DM us, email us, however you're watching this, get a hold of us. And we would love to, you know, help you with that. And I will leave, like I said, the journal prompts below. And happy January 2nd, 2023. I hope that we bring you guys more videos this year. It'll be fun.
yeah, we're looking forward to it.
All right. See ya.